What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another player prop video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comments section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. As y'all know, I did a $100 giveaway last week. So I have 5 winners to choose. A couple videos I did not do last week. So 5 winners to choose. All right, first winner is Guiliano. Giuliano. Guiliano. Second winner is Melissa Mayer. Shout out to you. Don't have a ton of girls who comment. Next winner is Rigovich. That's 3. Fourth winner is Sebastian Menendez. 4. And then last but not least, Christian Forever. Hit me up if I mentioned your name. Hit me up on Twitter at cam_ATL so I can get your information and send y'all over $100 each. Appreciate y'all as always for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff, baby. I got good news for y'all. God woke you up this morning. Use the most of it, and let's get to this money today. All right, so thinking about tonight's matchup, Philly and Atlanta. My Atlanta Falcons going to go out and surprise the world today. I hope. I mean, I sound delirious even saying that, but I hope. Anyway, looking over tonight's game, nothing too crazy in the differential department. Let me refresh, just so we're looking at the absolute most updated information here. Now, at the top of the list, we have Devontae Smith over 72.5 receiving yards at a 0.75 sportsbook differential. This tells me that a lot of lines today are pretty much on the same page. All of the sports books are pretty much on the same page when it comes to prize picks compared to them. Now, you will see in a second that other sports books do have some big differentials. Hot Streak. All right, and you could take advantage of that. I mean, Hot Streak is just A1 at giving us some value. I've been like 3x in my money on little two-man slips for like a month now. Every day. Okay, so it has been fantastic, but we're going to get to that in a second. But thinking about prize picks for tonight's game between Philly and Atlanta, Devontae Smith has to be somebody you at least consider, all right? Because, I mean, A.J. Brown out of the game. They're going to have to do something. Now, Atlanta obviously knows A.J. Brown's out of the game. Devontae Smith is their next biggest target in the pass game. I would imagine that they either double him or really prevent him from having any big plays. But at the end of the day, opportunity alone, player projection has him at 78.7. This is a solid play. Devontae Smith over 72.5 is a solid play. Obviously, we would love to see a bigger differential between the prize picks line and the other sports books, but nonetheless, there is a difference. Now, I expect Atlanta to be playing from behind. So Kyle Pitts over 39.5 receiving yards makes sense to me. 0.27 sportsbook differential. So very, very small sportsbook differential at other sportsbooks. All of the sportsbooks, remember, we take like 100 sportsbooks when we come to this. It's not like we're just looking at a couple. Like, we're not just taking DraftKings and FanDuel and averaging them together and that's our sportsbook line. No, we have hundreds. Sportsbooks I've never even heard of before involved into our consensus line because the more the merrier. The more data you have, the more accurate you're going to be, okay? So Kyle Pitts over 39.5. All of the sportsbooks average together is 39.7. Player projection 45.4, a 5.9 projection differential. So you got to love it, okay? So Devontae Smith over 72.5. Kyle Pitts over 39.5 would be 2 of the best options. But honestly, when it comes to value on tonight's game, it's not on prize picks. All right, and I'm going to refresh, and we're going to look at all sports books, and we're going to see where this value really is, okay? Now, I'm in my office. As you guys know, for some reason, my internet moves a little slow. I was just letting y'all know that before it took forever to reload. All right, now, when I click on all sports books, what's one thing that you see here? Hot Streak, Hot Streak, Hot Streak, Hot Streak. Hot Streak has some huge differentials, okay? Now, I've been taking a ton of advantage of this, okay? And I suggest that you do as well. At the end of the day, the payout's going to be a little less. The payouts are a little bit different, so the payouts aren't going to be too crazy. But, I mean, if I'm playing a Devontae Smith at a 7.25 differential and a Jalen Hurts at a 6.29 differential, I'm playing 2 plays over 6 differentials, and I'm able to turn $100 to over $300 still. Like, why wouldn't you do it? At the end of the day, it's all about making profit, taking the least risk and making the most profit. That's our goal. That's what we want to do here. So yes, of course I'm going to take advantage of these. Now, we talked about the over on Prizepicks for Devontae Smith. Now, looking at his line on Hot Streak, it's at 80.5. Now, yes, I slightly like the over the 72.5 on Devontae Smith, but I do also really like the under on the 80.5. I think if he clears that 7, as you could see on Prizepicks, that differential is only 0.75. He's not somebody I'm running to put into a slip at a 0.5 sportsbook, 7.5 sportsbook differential. So I'm not incredibly worried about his Prizepicks line because I don't care too much. Because at the end of the day, the better value is somewhere else. So instead of the Prizepicks line, I'm going to come over here and say, okay, this is the play I want. The under on Devontae Smith of 80.5 on Hot Streak at minus 7.25. Now, Devontae Smith is a hell of an athlete, super fast, amazing receiver, and no A.J. Brown. I could see a route where he does fantastic. And I can see a route where the defense knows he's the only guy there with A.J. Brown out. Now, I'm not disqualifying Saquon Barkley. I'm just saying in the pass game, you have to expect they try to prevent those over-the-top plays with Devontae Smith. I mean, you gotta expect that's going to be their kind of go-to game plan here. Stop Devontae Smith, and that's one of the top issues. Stop Devontae Smith, kind of corral Saquon as much as we possibly can, and do our best overall. So Devontae Smith under 80.5 is a minus 7.25 sportsbook differential. That's the play I want. Now, I got to pair it with somebody. Drake London's under 60.5 is one I like to pair it with, minus 4.8. Other sportsbooks are down at 55.7 on this play. Projection of 58.9. All of the data suggests a solid down from 60.5. So under on Drake London's receiving yards of 60.5. Under on Devontae Smith's receiving yards of 80.5. One thing that a lot of people make the mistake of is they fear going unders ever. Like a lot of these cappers you see on Twitter or X, whatever, a lot of the time all you'll see is overs on there because they're rookie level bettors and they never want to take unders because they're not as exciting. People don't really generally like to bet unders. So you rarely see these cappers who are so-called professionals who play unders. Because they're just literally, there's somebody who was on X, hit a big play at one point, sold themselves like a professional capper, and now they make money from it. Okay? Because people are gullible. But at the end of the day, you got to play unders. Unders is where some of the best value is because people don't like to play it. So don't be scared. Play the bigger differentials regardless if they're under, over, whatever. Side to side, it don't matter. Left, right. You know what I mean? Diagonal. It don't matter. Okay? All right. Anyway, with that being said, that's NFL. Nothing too crazy. Let me go to Prizepicks. No goblins are on the board right now. I need to make sure our developer gets our goblins up right now. 1 second, because I'm doing this in real time. Let me hit our developer up. Okay. All right, so moving on. College football. No new college football yet on the board for the new week yet. We'll come back to that. No CFL. For MLB, very tight lines over on MLB at the moment on Prizepicks. Everything is incredibly tight. I'm not going to play anything you see here. One interesting play would be Ranger Suarez, just because the highest odds on the over 4.5Ks gets as high as minus 154 on the over. And the projection is 6.43. So I would definitely consider that at least. Looking at the Goblins, though, Bryce Terang over 0.5 hits, runs, RBIs is the absolute best Goblin on the board. Lane Thomas over 0.5 hits, runs, RBIs is the next best. Kyle Manzardo over. Sean Manaea over 4.5 hits allowed, 58%. We got a plethora of amazing Goblin value on the board, though, all right? So what I would recommend is, because you know there's amazing Goblins on the board, wait until you get a green chance to hit probability on MLB and pair that with one of these fantastic Goblins and double your money. I mean, plain and simple. It's really that simple. Looking at all sports books, you have Sleeper. You have Sean Manaea over 4.5 hits allowed over on Sleeper at 56.64% chance to hit. Seth Lugo over on Hot Streak of 5.5 hits allowed of 54.95. So some solid overall plays. Nothing too crazy. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to be betting too much on MLB today with Monday Night Football going on, but it is what it is. Now, let's find what's up next. Nothing for MMA. Not a lot going on today in the world. Mike Magnan over 3 saves of a 0.5 sportsbook differential is the only soccer play that we could recommend at the moment. Nothing for League of Legends. For CS2, we have Sajofo under 18 first 2 map headshots, a minus 1.25. We had some 4 sportsbook differentials last night. I got some slips in last night and looking like they're going to hit as well. Sajofo under 18 first 2 map headshots, a minus 1.25. Sorry. Nixon over 30 first 2 map kills. I believe I got this guy at a different line. Yeah, I got Nixon at more than 28 last night on the Props Made Easy tools. Now he's bumped up 2 full points. This is what Props Made Easy does. Okay, I don't just come on here to tell y'all, oh, this is a great tool to use. No, like this thing really is doing damage in this industry. That's why it's got so many members, and that's why we just continue to grow. Like people are not unsubscribing from Props Made Easy. The only people leaving Props Made Easy are the people who just get declined and don't have the $20 in their account when it comes to renew. That's it. I'm just being full y'all know me. You know what I mean? I'm going to be full transparent with y'all. It don't matter to me. I'm going to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? You either like the full transparency and the realness or you don't and you go watch somebody else. That's how I feel and that's how I've been forever. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, dude, people are joining Props Made Easy and people are not leaving Props Made Easy. And like I said, the only people leaving are because they just don't have the $20 in their bank accounts at the moment. But guess what? Once they realize it declined, they'll put whatever card they need to that has money on it on to resubscribe. Like all the people who leave end up resubscribing later with a different information. You know what I'm saying? So it's just great, man. Props Made Easy been doing damage. And if you haven't been joining the WAP either, the chat's been going crazy with slips in there. The slips have been just crazy talk. So make sure you join over at WAP, the WAP channel as well. I have that down in the comment section. All right. Last but not least, Valorant. We have Al-Kaya under 35.5 first 2 map kills at a -1. Now, real quick, too, I'm going to go to CS2. A lot of people take advantage of this. Make sure you're doing this on CS2 as well. You don't have to just remember what I told y'all. One of the biggest things that you could do is get multiple accounts. In Texas, I can play on hot streak. So I've been utilizing a lot of their big differentials for CS2 especially. And there's no surprise here. Look at this. Kojimo over 28.5 on hot streak at a 4 sportsbook differential. MDS over 25.5 at a 3. You don't have these differentials. If you look over on Prizepicks, look how tight the lines are. But yet on hot streak, you have these big of differentials. Which side do you think is the least risk? Hot streak, of course. The bigger differentials. So take advantage of the fact you can go to all sportsbooks at Props Made Easy and immediately know where the absolute overall best value is. Go into that app and place those bets there. All right? Anyway, thank y'all for joining me as always, baby. Let's dominate NFL. Let me go back and make sure anything has changed. Jalen Hurts over 230.5 has popped in as one of the best values at 1.07 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbooks are at 231.5 on average. Player projections 233.3, a 2.8 projection differential. All right? Do we have goblins yet? Not yet, but they should be up any minute. Our developers are on point. All right, so make sure you pay attention to the goblins as well. We'll show you the best goblin options as well as soon as they come in. No line difference. When you look at the plays that have no line difference, Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals made would be the best bet at 52.41% chance to hit. -134 PME consensus odds on average. Remember, that's taking all the sportsbooks in the entire industry that has lines for Jake Elliott's field goals made and puts it into one line for you, one number for you to give you the most overall accurate representation. All right? Anyway, man, as always, God bless, baby. If you haven't started yet, man, work on that spiritual connection. You already know it'll help you overall in your life in general, man. I know how much it's done for me. Just let him do it for you, too. Thank y'all for joining me as always. Let's get this money, baby. And I'm out. Peace.